very essential feature of Proxmox, especially in an enterprise environment, and that is our HA or high availability setup. So you probably know what this is, or have an idea at least of how this works. High availability, the purpose of this is if I lose, say, a VM or an entire node for that matter, so say the host has some hardware issues and the whole host goes down, I lose that whole node. What HA will do for you is the VMs that are eligible, or the VMs that you have assigned, I should say, that are on there, will automatically be restarted elsewhere on a different node, which you can also define to an extent as well. That is the whole purpose here. So you don't have to be actively looking and, trying to do replication and stuff like that, and then manually starting all this stuff. It's going to automatically do all that for you as soon as it notices something is wrong and as soon as that VM goes down or container goes down, limiting your downtime that you have. Now, this is going to rely on a very coordinated cluster of your Proxmox nodes working with either shared storage, so you're either going to have a central shared storage or you're going to have replicated storage using like ZFS, for example, and then all of your configurations being synchronized, which is done generally in the background for clustering. You don't really have to do much for that. Now, requirements for HA, you're going to need a functional Proxmox cluster with at least 3 nodes for native quorum, or you could do 2 nodes with an external QDevice, which is just a really tiny, lightweight device that provides quorum, provides an additional vote. You do need shared storage, as I mentioned, so that could be NFS, Ceph, iSCSI, ZFS replication for the VM disk access on other nodes. We need a properly configured corosync communication between the nodes, which is pretty much automated in the background when we set the clustering up, but we just need to make sure all the ports and everything are open so that it can actually do that. And then stable and redundant networking, preferably redundant, doesn't necessarily have to be, but very preferably redundant for our cluster messaging. That is very important. It needs to be able to communicate all that stuff. Now, Proxmox has an integrated HA manager service, and there's not honestly a whole lot to setting it up. It's pretty much up and running when you install this stuff. You just need to get your quorum set up, make sure that your nodes are all set up the way they need to be, and get your storage situated, and it is ready to go basically at that point. So it's going to automatically monitor the status of your nodes and services. It's going to automatically restart any HA-enabled resources on a healthy node after it notices a failure, and then it's going to enforce resource locking and fencing to avoid data corruption should they come to that. So how do we enable this? You can either go through the CLI, as you can see on the right, with some sample commands there, or you can go the easy route, in my opinion, and go through the graphical interface. And you basically are just marking a VM as or a container as being HA managed and saying that, hey, I need you to monitor this. If this VM goes down, whether the whole node went down or just the VM went down, you need to bring this back up on the other nodes and go from there. And you can define settings in there, such as the priority and group that they're going to go with. And the HA stack that's in there takes care of the entire VM lifecycle for you and will handle restarts automatically in any future scenarios that you're going to run through. And before we jump into the demo, I just wanted to go over HA groups here. These are where you're going to find the pool of nodes where those resources, so where those VMs and containers are going to be relocated should they go down. And then you can set your priority in there as well. And you can do this to help balance workloads. And maybe we have a very high usage, I guess, for lack of a better word, VM. So let's say we have a really big SQL database in one of our VMs, and that's primarily what that VM is used for. And you don't really want that to go on to like node number 2, for example, because that already has some pretty CPU and RAM intensive stuff on it. And putting SQL in there, that database would probably overload it and it wouldn't have the resources to do it. What you can do is you can create a group and you leave that node out completely, and you tell it, nope, you can only go into this group of nodes. Leave that node out. You don't go over there. And then within that group, I can also say, I want you to try this one first. And if for some reason you run into an issue with this one, then go to this one, then this one, so on and so forth. Now, what that looks like here. So we come to data center, we come down to HA. And as I mentioned, it's simplistic. So assuming your storage is set up, mine isn't, so I can't actually go through this. It will let me do it, but it's not going to work. First things first, let's get a group created. So I've got a group created here already. Also simplistic. In your group, you're going to give it a name. So I named it test. You're going to say if it's restricted or not, if it's no failback, and then you're going to choose which nodes that you want to be part of this group. And then you are going to assign them a priority. And as I mentioned, that priority is which one it will go to first should one of your highly available VMs fail. So I already have one up and running. I'm not going to create another one. Once we get here, we add our resources, and our resources are our virtual machines and containers. So I'll just grab one off the list here. Shows your VM ID that you chose. Choose my group that I just created. Your max restart, that's how many times it will try to restart should it run into issues on other nodes, and max relocate. So if I don't want it to even try to go past the first node for some reason, I can say, nope, you tried to relocate once and you failed, don't even try again. Or you can set that, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want there. It's up to you. The request state here is pretty self-explanatory. What do I want it to be doing once it has been relocated? Do I want it to be started, stopped, ignored, or disabled? I don't know any situation where you'd want those, but generally speaking, started, and that is the default. And you'll notice it says at least 3 quorum votes are recommended for reliable HA. That's because I don't. Only have 2 nodes and I don't have a QDevice, so that's what I mentioned. This wouldn't work probably even for me in general because I both don't have shared storage or ZFS replication set up, and I don't have the proper quorum set up. But if you did, it is as simple as this. You would click add, and now whatever VMs that you have in here will automatically fill over. Should my Prox 1 go down, it would automatically bring one of these VMs, whichever one I chose, over to Prox 2 in my case, because I only have a 2 node, and it would restart it automatically over there for me. That's all I got for you. So we just went over what the basics of high availability or HAR, some basic requirements, and how to manipulate the HA manager.